and welcome to another vinyl video. Another great pairing for you.
And this one's especially good, I think.
Yeah, tonight we're doing a Burgundy, which we haven't done yet, which is kind of surprising.
We've done two, California and an Oregon Pinot Noir, but not a
Burgundy, which is really, you know, it's where the grape comes from, and it's where it does its best. But unfortunately, it's also where it's the most expensive. And that's one of the reasons we haven't done it yet.
It's a terrible paradox.
Burgundy tends to be really, really expensive. But tonight we have a Bourgogne Rouge, which is the cheapest kind of Burgundy that you can get.
That's the way we roll.
Yes. But it's good. It's still good, and it's not, you know, incredibly cheap. This was around $25, I think. But this is from a producer named Nicolas Potel, and he's one of my favorites. He's not actually a producer. He's what they call a negociant, which means he buys grapes from other people and makes wines from them. But
aren't all producers, though, good negotiators?
Yeah, well, you would hope so. Oh, little Hollywood joke for you.
Little LA humor for the fans internationally.
Nice long court. So we've already had this wine. We took it to a little dinner party at some friend's house, and
we can highly recommend it.
Yeah, it was really, really good. It's a 2006, which, you know, the judges aren't quite in yet on whether or not that's a great vintage, but the word on the street is that it's pretty good.
Our friend,
our wine guy said he really liked 2006, and 2005 was an exceptional vintage, and he actually said that he preferred the 2006s. So that's.
And we trust him. A lot of the wines that we've reviewed on vinyl, he's actually.
So one of the great things about Burgundy is that the aromatics are always really amazing. It's always a wine that you just want to keep your nose in the glass, and you get all that classic Pinot Noir smells. You get cola, which is very classic. Nice, like, earthy smell. There's some, like, kind of strawberry, red fruit, maybe even rhubarb.
But also something earthy in another way, moss and.
Yeah, something a little herby and very green. But absolutely delicious and very luscious and red and.
Kind of like a virgin forest after a leprechaun has just walked through it, sprinkling dew out of his sack.
You almost made me spit out my wine. Yeah, this is really nice. On the palate, it's really light. Really nice acidity to it. You get all that great red fruit. Really, really good stuff. Highly recommend if you see Nicolas Potel out there, or, you know, ask your local wine merchant which Burgundies he's enjoying. But Bourgogne Rouge is a good way to go, because otherwise they do tend to get pretty lofty in price. But we decided to pair this wonderful wine with.
We're pairing this with a record that I dearly love, Dorothy Ashby, the Rubaiyat of Dorothy Ashby. From 1970, Dorothy Ashby was probably only the second known jazz harpist, along with Alice Coltrane. And this album was one of the last that she produced before she died early, unfortunately. And what it is a jazz rendition of the famous poem, The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, which, if you don't know, that poem has been a legacy of literature. It's basically one of those eat, drink, and be merry ideas, with a kind of a beautiful fatalism, basically, that life is not worth living and ends early, so you might as well drink a lot of great wine while you're having to endure it. But it definitely inspired all the Carpe Diem poets, and has inspired tons of writers and musicians and philosophers through history. It dates from the Middle Ages in the Arabic lands.
The poem.
The poem does.
Not the record.
The record comes from 1970, and what I love about the record is that it's full of top flight, very classy, very elegant jazz musicians playing at the top of their game, but it also has another completely off the wall, something they refer to in jazz as head music, psychedelic, Middle Eastern flourishes, real kind of late night, you know, turn the lights down low and get crazy kind of sound.
And open up a bottle of Pinot Noir, probably a Burgundy.
And this wine is one that's very classy and very understated, very respectable, but at the same time, you know, it's such a good flavor that it feels like it could come from any period in history. So you can drink this wine, you can totally imagine that you're drinking the wine they drank in the Middle Ages and Omar Khayyam's time. So
Great. Yeah, and as this wine opens up, it's getting more and more complex, which, you know, like jazz, as it goes on, you get more and more into it.
And for those of you who've never heard the track that happens to be on in the background now, it's the last track on the album. It's called The Moving Finger. It alone is worth the price of admission. True, absolute classic. It's been sampled in countless hip-hop songs over the years.
Cool.
Well worth it.
All right. Well, cheers. Enjoy.
Right on, baby. Cheers.